Happy New Year's Eve. I figured I'd check in with a little video before New Year's. Still getting back to work on the S10. Going to try to figure out why it was messing up on me at Christmas tree drags. I know I rushed everything because we were way behind. So I need to check over pretty much everything. Truck idles, it's charging. We had 13.8 volts showing on the amps when I turned them on, but they were off the whole time. I didn't run them when I was racing. Did have the lights on. I still haven't taken the lights off. Haven't really too much felt like messing with it. I did remove this battery from the truck, power, fully charged it, and it went right to full charge, and it's been floating for a day. I'm going to do the other two batteries. I don't think there's any battery issues. I don't even think it's a charging issue, simply because truck voltmeter and the truck voltmeter and the amp voltmeter, when I turn the amps on, say the same thing, that it's charging and everything's normal. I don't know why the grid saw low voltage. I'll show you what's going on. It's powered by this 8-gauge oxygen-free copper power. And then it has down here, it's an 8-gauge copper-free ground, direct to frame, direct to battery ground. Those go up. Let me get a little light. So those are going up and feeding into this panel that I made. So you've got main 8-gauge in, and then you've got the MSD's 10-gauge power together. Same with ground going in, 10-gauge ground together. I don't think that would have caused an issue. I mean, seems like a pretty standard deal. This thing does have this little antenna here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm pointing at. I don't know what the heck that's for. But someone had mentioned like an RFI noise possibly being what caused it to do that. MSD says that this ignition can experience RFI issues, like all ignitions, but it would only affect the two-step, and it basically killed itself right off the burnout. Like, I tried to do the burnout, and it just started spitting, sputtering, and died. So I didn't get anywhere near the two-steps. What I'm trying to say, I don't think that's the issue at all. Honestly, I think either it was brand new Ignite red fuel. I don't think it could have been anything with the fuel. It's brand new. I just rebuilt the carburetor, cleaned it out. It was clean, fresh, ready to roll. I don't think it was any kind of a fuel issue. Spark issue, maybe. I mean, it could be something in the cap. Could have had moisture in it. I don't know. I never had it off. It's a crank trigger. I looked on the crank trigger wheel. No signs of anything stuck to any magnets or anything that could have caused an interference with the magnet. So I don't believe that was an issue, but I'm still going to check again. Just going through this thing and trying to figure it out. I don't know. Never done it before. I mean, this truck's always ran flawless. I've never had an issue with anything on the truck, electrical, especially not in a burnout situation. I mean, it's such a low power, it's not even in boost. And for it to misfire driving and misfire in the burnout's telling me it's something right off idles causing a misfire or something weird to happen. I don't know if I'm going to end up moving the box back to the tunnel where it's away from everything. That wouldn't be my ideal situation because I moved it to make it easier to get in and out of the truck for the passenger and have like more floor space, more floor room. But anyway, that's enough about the truck. This is kind of like a 2023 end of year. So I might post a couple highlight photos, maybe some highlight videos for the end of the year for our channel. We've got 270 videos. Some of those are shorts. There's a lot of long videos of us working on our projects. I don't know algorithms. I don't know YouTube that well at all. And I don't have help. I don't know anybody that does this for a living, wants to do it for a living, makes any money from it. But if any of you guys do know how this shit works and wants to send me a message and help me out getting this going, because I've been doing this 3 years. We've got a lot of projects. I'll probably be over 300 videos on our channel by February, maybe into March. And we've only got 380 subscribers. So we don't make a penny from doing this, and it's a lot of work. When you're trying to work, it's a lot of work to video. And to not make a penny from doing it means I'm more tempted to just do work and not video it. I know that sucks because that's kind of how you make your content, but I've made a lot of content and ain't nobody watching. You know what I mean? I can't get the subscriber count. I wanted to do something cool for Shay's car on there when we do the paint work, and her ideas for her paint on her body. And then when we dip Garrett's Blazer, it's going to have its own stuff coming out. Its Blazer's ready to go race. I mean, we got to just clean it up and take it to the track. And they ain't even really not clean it up, just clean up the engine bay and probably change oil and stuff. But I mean, these cars are ready to go. Camaro's getting a clutch. I could record that. Going to be doing the input shaft seal on the T56. I could record a new flex plate. I could record. We're going to a simple clutch setup, guys. We're just going to the LS7 clutch. I mean, I'm doing away with the spec clutch and that stiff, huge pressure plate. Suburban got a new power steering line. I didn't record it because we were late going to the race, and that made me 2 hours even later. And if I would have been recording it, it would have been 3 hours even later, so I didn't record it. But did a new power steering line. Its truck still needs a rear main seal, and then it's ready to roll without any leaks. We got new wheels and tires for Shay's car. Just came in for Christmas. I don't know if you'll be able to, you can't see them, but I did get the rears mounted. It's got jag spikes. I'm going to get rid of this. This is a front wheel, and the offset is different than the rear wheels that are in the front. So they put the front wheels on the back because of the fortune rear end swap. Well, those are fortune rear end offset, so they'll fit that rear end perfectly. And then the front's a match, so everything's going to match on the car, and it's going to look good. And then we can get this sucker cleaned up. She can rock this paint for a little while till we can save up for a paint job. But this thing's ready to hit the road. Got to get the interior back in and little things like that. Ideally, if we could get the subscriber count up enough where Scully doesn't bring in any income. He just sits there with his Redcon hoodie. Actually, that's my Redcon hoodie, but I let him wear it because he's cool like that. We can't get the subscriber count up enough to start making some money. I'm kind of like 2024. I'm going to focus on just trying to grow a business and not worrying about YouTube. I mean, I want to build hot rods. I've always wanted to build hot rods, and I want to get that started. I don't want to focus on videoing if it ain't going to do anything. You know what I mean? If it ain't going to go anywhere and I can't get a good subscriber count by people commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all the things they'll do to make the channel grow and getting it out there, because YouTube don't spread your content around. They don't. They don't send your content anywhere. They don't share your content anywhere. The only way you grow as a channel is by people who watch your channel, sharing it, and getting it in every different platform they can think of to help get your name out there so more people can see it. And that's the only way you grow. So, people that's got lots of friends, it's easier for them because they have contacts. They have business partners that know how to do it. I don't know anybody, guys. I moved to Florida not knowing nobody. I didn't have a whole lot of friends back in Ohio. I've never been a big, I need friends to accomplish what I need to get done or what I want to do kind of person. So for me, I don't really mind that aspect of it. But when it comes to making the videos grow and growing as a channel, and I want to make this something that my kids can do, absolutely need to have somebody to help do that. So if you guys know anybody that could help, anybody good with the algorithm stuff and just simple things like where to post, when to post, and all that stuff, I don't know none of that. Going into 24, we want to get I want to get the C10 here and get some content on the C10, building it. I've not done a lot of C10 content, but I want to get some coming. I've already rebuilt an entire door, seals, window, vent window. I could easily record all that stuff that I do on the passenger side. We've already redone the whole interior of it. I didn't record that. The exterior, we're going to do a nice cleanup, some rust repair, some patina blending, and then we're going to use the patina sauce because I want something on it that's going to keep it looking the same. I just need to not have it rusting again after we fix it. So I found, friends got some stuff. It's a semi-gloss. I don't want that. I need a flat 100% factory. This was original paint look, because that's what I like about the truck. I mean, that's my favorite part about it is the patina and the original, not shiny, not glossy, just flat worn out paint. So we're going to have that on the channel. And we want to get to some more Cletus events with our channel. Honestly, we're not going to use the Blazer or the Firebird for burnout videos. Tires are too expensive on them things. Plus, they don't have steel wheels. And they're too nice to taking risks to crash. They're more meant to be like the kids' pride and joys, kind of like how the S10 was for me. So they're not going to be a burnout car, but we need to build a burnout car, and we want to do it. So getting the subscriber count up in 24 would be huge. If we could do that, we could go hit some of these contests. I could build a wicked little small block that can rev to the moon and just stay there. And we could go out there and dominate those burnout competitions. We wouldn't have, I know I've had my old 350 with the blower on it doing burnouts with big fat tires, and I know I could do something killer for a small tire car. I don't know what the car would be yet, but we would just get something cheap, probably $1,000 car, sink about $3,000 in the motor and the ignition. I'll build a turbo 400 with it cheap. We'll do that other trans brake valve body we got just to have the manual shift. We don't need a trans brake, so it'll work perfect. We can just use everything in it and have a manual valve trans turbo 400. Get us a nice loose converter so it'll stay up in the RPM. Lock the rear end together and go do burnouts. You know what I mean? Something simple, but it'd be something probably Chevrolet related, because that's kind of like what we do. I ain't afraid to work on somebody's car that's a different make, but I know Chevrolet's more, and I like them. I don't know why. It's just kind of the way it was, But in 24, yeah, we got some more projects we want to build. Another thing we want to do is buy a house. We're renting this house. It's brand new, but it's not big enough. Obviously, I'm crammed to the gills with stuff, and I've still got 2 storage units and my C10s in storage. So it ain't big enough for what I want. I need more space. I know that's hard to do in Florida. 3-car garages aren't even that common in Florida. They are, but they're expensive, and for what we're paying for rent, we could definitely buy. And I'm thinking, get out Lehigh or somewhere where we can get half an acre lot, an acre lot, and then we can build. I'm going to do a funny video, guys. That we came in at midnight from the Christmas tree drags. This truck's kind of loud. It's not super loud, but it's still a turbo 4-inch pipe. So I told my son to go grab these little Flowtech Red Hots with 2-inch. And so we did. Man, you shove them down in the pipe. So I started it up like this into the driveway to pull it in. Dudes, it's quieter than the Suburban. You wouldn't believe it, how quiet it is. It sounds totally different. And it ran fine. Like, it didn't mind it being there. It was absolutely hilarious. But that's going to be a video coming up. I'll record that for you guys once I'm going to get this thing figured out, what's causing the misfire. Probably, hopefully today, I'm going to work on it. And then I'll make a funny video for that later. Maybe I'll make that my first video in 24. It's just a funny video with those things. But it's so quiet. It's hilarious. I'm going to get the rest of these decorations off. I'm not taking them down because I fear if I take them off the truck, like, I'm leaving them exactly how they are. I'm not taking them off the truck because I fear if it was something to do with the lighting causing RF interference, I'm going to need to duplicate that to make it do it again. And the only way I can duplicate that is putting them exactly where I had it, tree where I had it, and duplicating that. So I'm going to put the inverter back over here. And I mean, these LEDs can't possibly draw very much amperage. And this thing, 400 watt, 60 hertz, it should have been great. And it didn't do anything. And it actually said output power was 100%. And we weren't overloaded or overheating. No low battery warning, which is odd. If this was connected directly to the battery and the truck was running and it didn't say the battery was low, why did the grid say the battery was low? See what I'm saying? The grid said low battery voltage and crank trigger, low voltage crank trigger signal or something like that. So why would the crank trigger give me that error? The truck said it was charging. The amps, when I turned them on, that was later in the pits. I turned the bass on all the way up. Truck idling, perfect. You put it in gear and try to accelerate, misfire. I honestly think the MSD box went bad on me. I've had really, really bad luck with MSD lately. Garrett's Blazer fought us for years, and it's just been downhill ever since. And now I think my grid said no more. If it did, that really sucks because that was very expensive ignition that I haven't used very much. And by very expensive, I mean the grid controller, the CAN bus, the electronic boost control, everything that I use to do the ignition side of my truck was like $1,500. And for me, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's months of saving. For a tack like that and mess up, I don't know any other thing that would have caused it. It's fed by an 8-gauge power. I mean, yes, the ground doesn't go direct to battery, but MSD said it's fine to go to the frame like it is. And I mean, literally the ground cable to the frame is only, what, a foot long? If it's a foot long, it may be a foot. It ain't that dang long. Yeah, it may be a foot long. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to figure it out today. I'm just going to work on it, keep working on it until I do. But It's a damn shame I bought those 315s used. I got them steel wheels just to make that race happen. And then the truck messed up on me and I couldn't even race it. And yeah, and I was in the buy run first round. Opponent broke buy run. So I literally got so lucky, and I would have been in the second round no matter what had I taken the tree, and I couldn't even get the truck to restart after it died from the burnout. So that's how, I mean, that's crappy, you know, when you spend that kind of time working every day after work. And I work 10 hours, 12 hours a day, and then come home and work, you know, 2 hours at night, 3 hours at night till midnight. and for it to mess up for the first time ever really sucked. But anyway, I'm gonna try to find some cool footage to throw into this video to kind of cap off how our year went in 2023. I wish you guys the best 2024. Hopefully the economy gets better. Hopefully we get, I don't know. We ain't never going to see a government that really cares about its people again, I don't believe. So we're kind of hoping for nothing on that one. But hopefully we get some people in office that at least have some kind of normalcy for a couple years. Maybe they'll figure out how to not print endless amounts of money so they devalue the money we already have. Maybe you won't need to make 200 grand next year and live like your parents that made 30. It's kind of a shame, you know, where we've came in such a short amount of time. But you know, the whole world's watching us and they're like, what the hell is going on with America right now? But all right, well, stay tuned. We'll try to do better in 24. Try to bring you some more fun content. Definitely want to get to some more races. If I can get this thing fixed, we want to go do Streetcar Takeover. That's February, so that's not far. Get this thing all back together. Hopefully running good by then. And see where 2024 takes us. Hopefully takes us far, and maybe I'll get my wish and YouTube channel will be successful, and maybe we can get kids to start filming and working on their cars more and hit more events, more races, more racing footage. And we are going to start working on hot rods. But I just don't know if I want to incorporate that on this channel. We do have Crosby Hot Rod Garage. We could put some videos on that and get some content on that footage for just general hot rodding. That might be where the C10 content goes. I don't know. Depends on how this grows. If we get enough subscribers, we may do that. But for right now, I just reserved it in my name with that name so nobody could take it. And it'll be there if we need it. So it'd be the same thing, but instead of Crosby Racing, it'd be Crosby Hot Rod Garage. So yeah, so it's there if we need it. If we grow, good. If we don't, you know, maybe 24 will be the last year that I try to do this YouTube stuff, and we'll just build our hot rods and go have fun and not worry about holding a camera every time we work. Because it ain't easy. It's a lot of work. People don't realize it. All right. Oh, yeah, we want to hit some car shows this year, too. We're definitely going to try to hit the turkey run with the C10, hit some other local shows. We might even go to some out-of-state shows. I want to do the C10 show up in Tennessee. Looks like a blast. Definitely want to get the C10 ready for that. So keep on watching. Subscribe, like, share. All those things to help the channel grow. And I'll keep doing my best to bring you some footage that you might actually want to watch. Oh, yeah. Comments, guys. Comment things that you think would help the channel. I'm not rich. I can't go out and spend $1 billion. But if there's something I can do to make the channel more appealing to more viewers, definitely let me know. Because I can't figure that out without people's feedback, and your comments is how I get that feedback. So I don't know anybody. None of my friends are watching it and telling me what's going on. So if you guys can do that, that would help us grow a lot, and help us to grow and make it something that everybody wants to watch. So that's about it. I hope you all have a good, safe New Year's celebration. Eat you some good food, and blow up some fireworks, and let's bring in 24 and hope to have a good year. Thanks for watching.